Good morning, lovely people. How you like me now?
Good morning.
A classic. That's a classic.
Yes.
Definitely
Modi.
classic material. Did you see them when they were here? When Modi came to downtown Star Palace?
Oh no, that was Star Palace. That was a while ago.
Yeah.
What is the Star Palace building still there, or is that open? That's that open spot, ain't it?
It's the open spot.
Mhm.
It's the open spot. I was sitting there thinking, like, wait a minute, hold on.
I had a couple dollars. I might have wanted to open it back.
Listen, that other theater is still back there though, because it was actually a theater. The Star Palace was a theater.
Right.
And then there's one on the back street of Youngstown, Ohio, downtown Youngstown, Ohio, for the worldwide people that listen to Shop Talk with Mel. That theater is still just a little small theater, still there. And it's that parking lot. If you look straight ahead on, I can't remember the other street that it is, that's the theater. I thought about doing my play there. I really wanted to do it there. Because it was right where it is, it's in Youngstown.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to take it all the way out. And I didn't do it at Powers that the people had an issue with, because I'm big on parking.
Yeah.
If I can't park, if I can't park, I don't really want to go. That makes it more complicated. And if you dress sharp, well, we went to see Keith Sweat, right, Nick?
Yeah.
Listen, baby doll lost her hat. Nick had to tell her she lost her hat. Them feet was hurting.
Yes.
She was just ready to get to the car, and they had to go all the way down. Now, I'm not trying to start no stuff, Nate the Agitator, but I am going to say this. I'm not even going to test you. What in the world would dude not go get the car and pick her up at the door? He had her walking right with him for the people in the area, like almost down, probably past the old Farmer building.
Yes.
She lost
way
her
down.
Hat. Listen, I'm telling you, she lost her hat. Nick was like, ma'am, you lost your hat.
We don't know if she might have did something disrespectful in the show. She might have thrown her panties at Keith while he's sitting there, and now she got to walk.
Whatever.
Who knows?
They always gonna come up with some excuse.
It's a bad move.
But let me tell you this.
It was a bad look.
We're gonna go here. The show just started. Dude, I don't just do the podcast. I do them simultaneously. Certain words you can't put out there. So 10:13. I'll try to fix that.
Did I say something wrong?
You always say something wrong. We always got to edit stuff because of you.
Right. Try to figure some stuff. So I just send it over and be like, can you please take out that? The P, the undergarments.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that was on our.
Yeah, you got undergarments, the proper
undergarments. Term. Oh, I gotta learn.
Welcome to Shop Talk. Shall we Shop Talk? But yeah, so you think there was like some type of disagreement that he would make her walk? I mean, she had on a stiletto. It looked to be about 3 inches? 4?
It was high.
Well, I mean, it's a bad look on him. It's a bad look on him any which way around. But I mean, he'd have to have some type of attitude. Or here's something I would throw out there. She could have said, "No, I'll walk." So we don't know. So before we crucify him, she might have been like, "No." So you could be walking out there so that girl, Rakisha, can see you walking by yourself and try to call you. Why I'm not? Who knows?
Okay, that's the 1%ers.
Right.
Because guess what? After the show, we don't care who's trying to see you. Okay. Pick me up at the door.
Okay.
They were bad shoes, but she could have said that in your defense. She could have actually said that at the beginning. And it could have been the first date. Oh, don't worry about it. I'll walk. Ladies, your girl hollering at you right now. Do not volunteer to walk anywhere, especially a concert, and you got those shoes on.
Wait a minute. Time out.
Because how you start is how you finish.
Hold on. she could have been embarrassed of his car. He might have had the Pinto out and the
I don't care.
Right.
At
that point,
women are difficult. Women are difficult. We never know.
At that point, after the concert, I'd have been like, "Go get the Pinto," because I can't do it. I'm not walking that far. No.
At all. That's crazy. I was like, oh, because I even said Nick had a pump on. Nick had a pump on. I said, I'll be back. I'm gonna go get the car. She said, no, I can
walk. Yeah, but mine wasn't as high as hers, and it was a block heel. It was a boot.
She did walk.
I had a block heel. I ain't had no stilettos on. I wasn't crazy.
I don't want to.
I started to put some on it, and I thought, like, no.
I had on flats. Yeah. I'm at the place, honestly, when I know I'm driving, I'm going to wear a flat, call it a day, and enjoy myself, have a good time running up and down the stairs like I did. Go to the concession stand. I'd be like, oh, that one's tight. Bam. If I had on some shoes, it would have been a problem. I'd be like, I'm not that thirsty. So the reason, look, back to the point at hand, the reason I didn't have it down in Youngstown, because a lot of people did ask me that, is because there was no parking. So where I had it at, they had parking directly connected. Mm-hmm. So there you have it. Go where the parking is at. If you got parking, you get a good crowd.
Right.
No issues. In and out. And then y'all can go to dinner. But if you got to walk a mile, you'd be like, I don't. Remember we used to go to Perkins after everything? We'd be like, no, don't even worry about it. Just take me to the house.
I went out last night and stayed out after 11 o'clock. I feel so grown. And then I was out with a couple, bikers stuff. Went down to Pittsburgh, but on the way back, we was like, let's go to Perkins. To
Denny's
Waffle House.
Okay.
And it was closed, no in seating, so we came on home. But I stayed out late last night.
Okay, go ahead, Nick. What you got?
Powers must have had something going on yesterday because the parking lot, the street was full, and the parking lot over there at the old CVS was full.
Oh, so CVS way up the hill?
No, right across.
Right next door.
Oh, stand by.
I'm
like, I was going to say, there's a problem. Okay, let me clear this up since we're going this way. Where Powers Auditorium is downtown for the audience that don't live here. So let me explain it to them. And when she said Powers and the CVS, where that is located is probably about a mile. And I'm not exaggerating. That's why I asked that question. Said, oh, wait.
A mile uphill.
I was like, wait a second. Listen, got a great show. Let's get it going. And I'm telling you, it's a good one. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the boycott to Target.
It worked.
We're going to talk about, it still ain't over. We got another problem. We're going to shop talk. We'll be right back.
Everything that happens is motivation. Everything that happens is motivation.
All right. Everything that happens is motivation.
Amen.
TikTok, time is up or not? What's happening? What we got going on? It's funny that we are in this whole war that we keep going. We're just like, yeah, okay.
All our people.
Who's watching the coverage on it? Anybody?
Me.
Okay, good. You keep us informed.
No, I got a different view on it, but I mean, it's a mess, and it's all about ego. And I truly believe it's all to hide the Epstein files.
Again, I said you keep us informed.
Okay, cool.
I'm your view on it. Just keep us informed. Go ahead, Nick. What you got?
That's one reason. The other reason is as long as we're in war, we can't vote in a new president. That is his job because he was trying to be the end all be all. He was trying to get rid of voting for presidency. So yeah.
Okay, well, he said the other day that and this was just like on a clip. Actually, I saw it's interrupted my program and said the war is over. We won. So yeah, that was a few days back.
Yeah, you can't believe anything that come out.
Nothing.
But wait a minute. Listen, you say you can't believe anything that come out of his mouth. I believe what comes out of his mouth because everything that he said he was going to do, he did. In the first 133 days, that's when I just like, okay. Weird part is when he was in office before, he said he was going to do some things. He did it gradually. This time he came in feet first, jumping in. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. Unfortunately, people didn't read and said, okay, well, we'll just vote you in anyway. Because I told you, I read all them pages. And he's done. He only got, 4 more things to do on that list? He's doing what he said he was going to do. So I do. Now, as far as like the war's over, in his head, the war's over. Ironically, they still shooting off stuff. Like, hello?
Yeah.
I was like, it's over for him. However, I don't know if he let them know that it was over.
Yeah,
Right.
Memo. Because they're just putting people on the ground over there now. American soldiers on the ground. So I don't know how he can say it's over. It's weird.
He did. Now, moving on to this boycott, lovely people, to the boycott. Somebody's dinging. Somebody got to turn down their volume, please.
Everything.
We do, believe it or not, we do have mic check, sound check at the beginning.
Yeah, but
all done, and we do it. But
it's called "Do Not Disturb." You won't get not one ding.
The boycott with Target. Well, Jamal Bryant made a statement, and he promised his church. Well, I am not going to say promise. I'm paraphrasing. He told his church that the boycott is over. I remember him saying 1 year. So now it's up to the year, and he says the boycott is over. Well, the boycott, actually, he wasn't the one that started the boycott. There were women who started the boycott. So some of the women feel like, how did he get to say that it was over and was upset that he made that statement and that he was not the one that started the boycott? Now, here's what's interesting. Me, as a viewer, I didn't know anything about the boycott until Pastor Jamal Bryant brought it up. So, with that being said, it could have been, y'all could have kept it. Somehow, y'all connected and got with Pastor Jamal Bryant. He told his church, this is what we're doing. First it was months, then it went on. And we see that it worked. So now, all of a sudden, something's going on, but they're upset. I'm not going to say all of them. I think it's one lady. I can't pronounce her name. That's why I didn't say it. She was upset, and she was on Roland Martin, and she wouldn't let Roland Martin get a word in either. At all. You guys check it out. You'll be like, oh my gosh. And she was saying that the boycott started with George Floyd because the main corporation is in Minneapolis. So she said that was the boycott. To my understanding, the boycott was for getting rid of DEI. You remember that?
That's what I thought.
Okay. So it was like, oh, all right. I'm with that. I can do that. Well, she's upset that the person that she said, you're not in charge and you weren't in charge and blah, 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 had come forward and said that, okay, he told his church the boycott's over. He's the one that has the face and the following, the bigger microphone. Thank you. So why are you upset that he said, okay, I'm doing what I said I was going to do, and I did it. But you're upset after you told me, well, I don't know why people think that you're in charge because you're not in charge. But you're upset that he pulled back. Well, he did what he said he was going to do. He's not in charge. You don't want him. Now he's gone, and now you're upset because why?
Feelings. No one knows her. See, she had her feelings. The dude had the bigger mic. It was successful in getting things turned around or redone, but he said it was over, and she like, well, it ain't time. I ain't saying so. We need Nick here for proper neckage for this, but she's upset because he ain't do this, and his collard greens ain't got vinegar in them. She just feelings.
That's where I have an issue, and I'm thinking, okay, so what are we doing? Like, what are we actually doing? Either you want them or you don't. But here's the thing. He said that to his church. 1 year. 1 year is over. Okay, that year is over. I did my part and you're upset. And how long does the boycott have to last? Do we know where we are? We know that there were some billions that was actually,
Right.
look, saved from us. And then there were they lost billions. Target lost billions from this boycott. He said, okay, it's over a year. It's a long time. No lie. I have I have to say that I can't commit for longer than that. Like, is this supposed to be a forever thing? And on this particular website that they have Black places Black businesses that you could go ahead and support. However, if you're not in that area, and that was an issue as well. I don't live there.
Right.
I'm way in Ohio, and we know us as a whole is what affected that. It wasn't that particular, area only. And
Right.
yes, if you go on the website, it'll say where you can shop at. It didn't say anything about Walmart, because that was listed. You could shop at Walmart and all those other places if you choose to. However, if one needs an ironing board and see it's on sale for $5, and the ones that's on the list has got it for $30, guess who sat there and said, let me go ahead with the $5 and say, look, and save some money.
Did you do one of these when you walked in?
Oh, it was real cold. I had a mask on.
Yeah, got to. Yeah, but
tied up everything.
I mean, I supported the boycott, but I never shop at Target. I'm an Amazon man. Bring it here. Bring it to me.
Now you know what's happening, and that's okay, but that's causing us to gain weight because we're not going anywhere. And another thing, I guess I wouldn't. I'm exercising because I got to send everything back, and I'm tired of that. I'm like, what is happening here? Before they had quality, now it's just anybody.
They partnered with Temu, huh?
I feel like it, and jumped up the price. But how about Temu had a sale? How do you have a sale at Temu?
They're giving stuff away. Are they paying me? Are they paying me to take it?
And listen, I'm telling you, I was like, what in the world? But anyway, I didn't understand why there was an issue with him actually putting it out there, getting the notoriety, having them lose billions. Because if it was just
her, dang her.
I can't even pronounce her name. So,
well, she didn't possess the microphone or have the following that he had. I would think she would be happy that the job was done. She's upset at how it was done, but that's.
And it makes you wonder. Okay, I'll just say it.
Say it, Mel. I'm gonna like this one.
You gonna like how you feel
I know it. I feel it in my spirit.
It's like it's a who's in charge type thing. Like sometimes you have to use men. I use men all the time. Because you a mess. Because to get things done, you need a male face, baby. Whatever works. Come here. Hey, can you do? I need you to go here. Whoop-de-whoop. I need you to communicate.
Yeah.
So that I can get the position that I need. Understanding that I need to play my song. James Brown said it. It's a man's world.
Ooh, I was ready for that one. Thank you, Ken. Woo!
Honestly, when you know that that's how people think,
but man,
utilize it to your best benefit. But it wouldn't be nothing without what?
I don't
A
remember
woman or a girl.
I don't remember that part. But you're simply, that is the most amazing thing you've ever said to me. I'm touched right here. But it's just using the correct tool to get the job done. The job was done. She had to use a screwdriver instead of a hammer. Now she mad about it? Come on, man.
Can I tell y'all something?
You can.
I don't care either way about it because I don't shop at Target. I don't spend my money there, so I don't care.
You still get credit for being down with the people.
Okay, let me finish this out. Just in case some people don't know, and this is coming out right now, it is officially Women's History Month. Now, it is. Don't worry about it because I got you. I got you. Now, here's the thing, which puts it back in place. I wish I had like a serving plate right here. It's Women's History Month. A lot of people said, I didn't know that it was Women's History Month. It is Women's History Month, just like it is other months and holidays, because every other month is considered Man's Month.
What?
It's a man's world. So now let's look at it. Let's break it down. This is in my mind, my Rubik's Cube, okay? The Rubik's Cube is, why would you even have to have a month if it's already your month? So you got to look at it that way. That's why we have a Women's History Month. You go back in history and celebrate the women. Hey. Y'all say it's a man's world. James Ross said it's a man's world, but we know the second part. Nick, you want to say it again? But it wouldn't be what?
Without a woman or a girl.
Wouldn't be nothing without a woman.
Nothing.
So with that being said, no, let me finish the point here. With that being said, the young lady who is upset, she's clearly upset because it's looking like there's a man who's in charge. But the man is the one that got it out there. So
I ain't know nothing about it until then either.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, sometimes you gotta, here's another movie players club. Use what you got to get what you want.
Yes, and celebrate those silent wins.
Oh, knowledge from Nick? Holy.
Don't you dare. You got knowledge. Don't you dare.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Here's my thing. I don't mind you having a woman's month. It's strategically placed because we go from Mother's Month to Easter to Mother's Day.
What is Easter? Easter is everybody. That's
no. Y'all want me in the pink shirt. You want me in the pink tie with the yellow shoes.
That don't have nothing to do. That don't have anything to do.
Okay, as long as y'all don't get a card, it don't turn into getting y'all a gift every day of the month.
On Easter, all you got to do is come to church with us.
Well, no, I'm talking about for Women's Month, because I know if you give y'all a little bit of power. It is, yeah. Well, it's the 4th day of Women's Month. What's my 4th day present? What's my 4th day? We should go out to dinner again today. It's Women's Month.
I know are reaching.
You know, I'm gonna say this. It sounded like you resent women. You making me
I know.
Every time we have something and talk,
I'm trying to keep it covered, but it's my third eye, and I said it's okay that you have this. But we don't want to turn it into a gift every day. Now
we ask you for a gift every day.
It's
because we got a show. Because I'll be like, we got a show because we know that the agitator is going to do his job, agitate the women today. And I have and there's a co-signer in the chat that said, and he does. So
you just keep watching.
Like you have a lot of people who don't shop at Target, and then you have those that shop at Target. They have better buggies, better shopping carts. They're smooth. They ain't rocking and rolling. I don't see pajamas at Target. The bottom bonnets, I don't see that at Target.
So
and here's the thing: I don't even see like a sign before you go in that says no bottom bonnets, in the words of Nate, the agitator. No pajama pants coming in, but people just put clothes on.
So are you telling me that Target is a better dress code than a Walmart with a better dress code?
Yes, and higher prices.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess that's it.
Hey, I like to go shopping in my underwear. My undergarments to my front door and just say, hey, bend over and pick it up, bring it in the house.
Underwear
That's how I do my shopping.
for men. It's the undergarments for women. Hilarious. Got
Hey,
you. You figured it. You're a guy.
Correct.
You're a guy.
I don't want to be.
You're a guy with the Man Cave podcast. So that's you. You said you rather just open the door.
Convenient.
Well, you better watch because in a minute, somebody's gonna be in their feelings and feel like Nate the Agitator opened the door and he was not dressed, and I am offended.
Well, we'll get off of my property where you won't be offended.
That part. Why you all over here in my space?
Hey, you come to my. I invited you into my home to deliver that, and if you got a problem with it, give it to somebody else.
Yeah, you said give it to somebody else.
Yeah, have somebody else come bring it.
Right.
Because I think that this is me. All this is me. This is the land of Nate. You in the wrong place to be talking mess. You ain't even on neutral territory. You would
get somebody else to do it.
They got to. I don't want to hear it at my house. Oh, man, please go ahead.
Hey.
I am king of Zamunda, and you are in Zamunda. We off with his head.
My daughter had to never do that one day. I walked out in t-shirt and panties, excuse me, undergarments. And she turned around and was like, Mom, really? Put some clothes on. Girl, you in my house.
Mel got to mark down the tab. Look at her.
I corrected it real quick.
No,
yeah.
You got to go for the ink pen. Now I'm not by myself.
But yeah, she sure did. Like, girl, you're in my house. If I decide to walk around here with nothing on, that's my business.
That's the difference. That's how you get people out your house.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, I learned a lot
from the movie
Baby Boy.
Let me say who the women are. I'm going to try this. All right? I'm going to try this. That's what I was doing, sitting there trying to sound out. All right. Nakima Levy Armstrong, Black women activist, primarily civil rights lawyer. Let me give it. She's an attorney. Nakima Levy Armstrong and organizers from Black Lives Matter, Minnesota. And she said that's where they were from, including Monique Coolers Doty. The movement began, they say when it began, which we already know, a year ago, 2025. So I'm thinking like Pastor Jamal Bryant, he said a year since they jumped on, and it's been a year. Why are we upset? Wait, let me give you the other names too, because they're the initial organizers. We did the attorney. Nakima Levy Armstrong, Jelani Hussan. I forgot her. So I told you I had to sound these out.
I couldn't. I'm glad you get that.
And Monique Colors Doty. They launched the initial boycott with Black women forming the core, sustaining base of the movement. So your Black History moment, when it goes down, you'll be like, oh, okay, that person. It was women, and it wasn't Jamal Bryant. It wasn't a man. It was women.
Listen, women, y'all three. I know Monique. I can say that name.
Okay.
And the other ones too. In football, if you play offensive tackle, we need you to win the game. We still need you to win this game. You're part of the team. You don't get to spike the ball. You don't get to do your dance in end zone and stuff like that. But you're part of the team. Just celebrate with the team. It was successful. You mad because the quarterback is getting lifted up and taken off the field? Hey, the whole team won. Everybody get a ring. Everybody get a Super Bowl ring. Everybody. Okay. I was the punter.
Now watch this. Here's where the discrepancy comes in at. The boycott, remember, that's those names that I shared with you guys. That's who organized it, and that's who's saying it is ours. Then remember, if I could think back, and Nick, I know you remember where Pastor Jamal Bryant, he actually called it a fast. Remember, they were doing a fast and not a boycott. Now the fast started, shout out Ohio, it was a distinction from like the fast and the boycott. So activist Tamika Mallory, former Ohio State Senator Nina Turner, whoop, whoop, And
Easy
Pastor
man.
Jamal Bryant later joined and publicized the Target fast slash a national boycott. So remember, I said
Okay.
Jamal Bryant. I just kind of like gave like a brief, and I was like, he joined in later. That was the difference. So the fast is over for his church. Now you're upset that he's saying that the fast is over for his church, and he has a bigger microphone, as you stated, Nate. So she's upset that he just went out and did that. Well, he came later. That's what he's doing. And what she did was acknowledge that he has the bigger microphone, and he helped without actually saying it and trying to get the attention back here. And I'm with you, Nate. Is it about who started it, or is it about the ultimate goal?
The ultimate goal.
Right. It's the ultimate goal, ladies. I mean, your names are out there. We know that you started it, but not everybody really knew about it until the other people jumped on along with Pastor Jamal Bryant. So again, like I said, celebrate this silent win.
See?
And leave it at that.
Who's the girl in the braces?
But wait, even with that, she didn't have a problem with the other females that were in there. It was just get him out, and he was the only man.
And he's the one that brought it to the forefront, though, because we didn't know nothing about it.
So they're mad because they hired Michael Jordan to come play on their basketball team, and he did Michael Jordan stuff, and they won the game. Now you can't please him. You can't please him. We can't win. Men, we can't win. You can't win.
Okay, Michael Jackson. I was just going to say that.
Yeah,
that was a movie.
It is.
Yeah, they changed the rules to the game.
But it's sad. It's sad, and that is why I believe a lot of people don't take us serious.
But
right.
That's our reality.
There's no pleasing. Argue at the meeting. You know what I mean? In the office, at the house. But to need a platform, and this is what's sad, she has this platform now. We didn't know you then, but now you have a platform where you are upset with the bigger mic holder. The one who actually has a for real mic.
I'm receiving
the
your
one
word.
Who actually helped you get higher on your platform.
Hold on, I'm receiving your word too.
Air quotes for the listening audience. The for real mic. Like
I'm receiving your words. Right.
Like, I don't understand. I don't understand it. It's like,
but that's every day for us. We see it perfectly clear. That's how I say it. Oh, yeah. Well, bigger Mike. He has a bigger Mike. He's the one that scored the point. Y'all won the game. Let's all celebrate the win of the game. No, well, he did it, and then he did
the whole point. Winning the game was the mission accomplished. Yes,
apparently it was.
Thank you. Look. Idea. Thank you, sir. How many women stand behind their man? The women are giving him the idea. You execute. It's like, come on, here's the plan. This is the plays. I need you to execute it.
Right.
I do it all the time. I'm calling. Hey, listen, I need you to do. I.e., prime example for the layperson. My car is messed up. I need you to go to the dealer.
Right.
We're going to put you there. Even if I know everything that's going on, I just need your face and you to say, okay, now what's going on?
Way to go, Mel, because then
they're going to take the man more seriously.
Let me hear Nate, and then I'm going to go to you. Go ahead.
Very good, Mel, because I'm going to talk to a dude a lot different than I'm talking to you, especially with a car. Because I'll tell you, yeah, your blinker fluid's low and your catalytic, the flux capacitor is bad. And that's about, $2,000 right there. But we'll have it done in, 2 days or so. That's just how the game is played.
Just your presence.
The presence. A man's presence changes things.
Okay, now go ahead, Nick. Now, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, yeah, because they'll respond to a man differently than they will us. They think we're stupid and we don't know anything about cars. So, yeah, having a man there does change a lot.
So, ladies and men, if your lady asks you, hey, can you go to the car dealer with me? Just know she needs you to get this done, and she needs to get it done fast or free. She needs you. Yeah, we need y'all.
Thank you. That's all we ask. We ask because we don't We don't invoke or pretend like we know stuff that we don't. When y'all send us to the store to get your super dupers, we like, hey, excuse me, ma'am, can you help me? Because I don't know anything. Wings, what am I doing here? So we don't get in a position where we don't know nothing and still just be like, oh, well, I get it, and just another. No. Just hey, play the game to win.
Just the game. That's all we want, just the game. And then I'm going to tell you another thing that I saw, which is really interesting. I had somebody step up for me, and they was like, what? I said, don't say a word. Just look at them in the eye.
Yeah.
That's it. And it wasn't for a vehicle. And I was like, and just listen to what they have to say. Baby, listen, their story changed.
Yeah.
And he didn't say a single word. He was like,
yeah. That's all it takes.
It was his presence. I'm
right.
Oh, I used to tell, somebody I might have been dealing with in the past. I said, listen, my presence is my present because it changes things. Just, hey, you're involved with this dude. It means something. Out in the streets, oh, that's Nate. That's Cornell's girl. Hey, you good? Blah blah blah. Because of Cornell or whoever, a man's presence changes everything. Because if you're out there swimming in the water by yourself, it's different. It's different.
Very different. And I'm gonna tell you something else. If you don't know, please don't say anything. Like I just told you before, don't say anything, because if you talk and act like you know, they'll realize, oh, they don't know what's really going on. Just don't say anything. Then they have to present to you.
Right. Because my biggest weapon is this.
That's it. I'm telling you.
They don't know how to take that.
You ain't got to
First of all, they're scared of it.
Right, because they don't know what you're thinking. Right. And they'll ask you, so what are you thinking?
Especially when I'm dealing with the Caucasian persuasions. They're like, oh, I walk in, I'm the biggest threat. Big black dude that ain't smiling. All I gotta do is this. Hey, sir, let me see. We got a special deal on such and such, and we can do this. I'm like, yeah, okay. All right, yeah, that sounds nice. But if I start going there and talking, they can judge and be like, oh, well, he don't know nothing. But you have to know that. And women use that. That's a I'm sitting my husband up there, and all I do is go up there and do like this. And I'm here to bring you lunch. But they think, oh, she'd have told him and he mad, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. It's part of the dark skin.
Or you be like, hey, I need you to come up here.
That's it.
Then they greet you. Look, then they greet you. They be like, man, that cat called me Mr. Ross again. Let's go with it. Let's go. I just need you to just show up. And then they'll see, hey, boom, here's an issue. I'm going to tell you another trick too. My ladies too, that travel a lot as well, for free. Put it in your pocket. Wear a ring. And this is my thoughts. Because the killer, the kidnapper, or whoever out there will look at that ring and say, somebody's going to be looking for her.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll stamp that. That's
going good. Out, just being there, boom, there you go. They can see who's single, who's not, who's going to be looking. That's so I done told it, and it's fine. They'll still have to figure out like yay or nay. Do I want to do this or do I not?
Right.
When you're out there, that's what you have to look at, because let's be real, guys, when they come up and approach you, they don't care if you got a ring on or not. That's
they don't.
Same thing with women. They don't care.
But it helps women filter. It helps women filter. Because I go up there and start rapping, oh, you got a ring. That ain't nothing, girl. Or, yeah, I do. He loves me. Oh, I love him so much. Or, oh, no, I'm just, that's not real.
Or you get your husband must be a lucky man.
Yeah, well, that's Old Testament rap. That's an Old Testament.
I've heard that several times, like whatever.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean,
anyway.
it
like, anyway.
They said that's Old Testament.
Listen. I do have a ring too. I have a ring, but it's so doggone big. I
think you're safe, Nick. Don't worry about it. I think you're okay.
Huh?
I said I think you're okay. Don't worry about it.
He said he thinks you're safe.
No, I'm not. Everybody wants to kidnap me.
Okay.
But see, I got a crazy brother that's gonna be looking for me. So yeah, try
But
it if you
We
want
don't know
to.
that.
honestly, it's not even about crazy brothers, how people will respond, because the end result is that you are a female and somebody is going to be looking out for you. Even for the way things are
Mhm.
going with the younger generation, they sit there and they're like, I'll hit mute when you cough because it echoes. I know she got a cough. Y'all be safe out there, and I'm gonna do
Okay.
Mel's moment shortly. But even with the younger people, they think that a parent or somebody having their, what is that, the tracker location, keep those locations
Yeah.
on. To be honest, it's not even about trying to be in your business. It's about, we need to find you.
Yeah. And my
Yes.
mom, I
Exactly.
love that.
It's a safety.
My mom sits there and watches us like it's her Facebook. Her kids, her grandkids, her great grandkid.
Good.
No, because she'll be like, "Oh, hey, go over there to Mark's. They got such and such on sale." And you be like, "Yeah."
But that's my girl right there. That's smart. Let me see. Okay, it's not out the way. I see he over there. Since you over there, I need you to stop at Apple's.
Listen, while we were driving to Houston, my brother has his daughter's location as her mom does too. They was both tag teaming calling. My brother would call, be like, "Oh, I see y'all just passed through so and so. You doing about 90 miles an hour. You doing about 95. You need to slow down, dude. How you judging my driving while you tracking your child?"
Hey,
Okay, and I get that, but honestly, think about it. They could say the last ping because how many of the social media detectives solved crimes? A lot.
ooh,
A bunch.
man, hey, it's on subject, on topic. That movie Mercy, where the dude is in a chair and he got to use social media, it'll scare the mess out of you. It's an AI. You watch Mercy and thank me later. I posted on my Facebook, but it was showing you social media, how they would look into your phone to see where you're at and tracking. Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, it was. Woo. Check out that
And
movie.
you can see it now. If you're on social media, you have the option to take your location off
Mm-hmm.
on social media. But with your family, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, y'all thinking, oh, okay, where am I at? They don't even know, especially with all the people that's doing the Lyft driving and
Yeah, I
the
definitely share
Uber Eats
all
and
of
stuff
this.
like that. You're going to that person's house. And I wanted to touch base on it when you brought it up, Nate, talking about how the Amazon coming to your place. They're coming in my space. Though that's a dangerous job.
It is.
That is a dangerous job. That's why I'm not upset with people that be sitting there tossing it and taking a picture. It's
I
like
had
you're not too close.
the first time when I first started doing Lyft, maybe my third or fourth ride in, I picked up a young man and took him like 15, 20 minutes to his location. The
Mhm.
first thing he did when he gets in the car, and it's dark now, it's like 9 o'clock, it's dark. He's like, hi, how you doing? I said, hello, how are you? I said that hit the button that I picked him up, start going. He was like, can I ask you something? I was like, yeah. He was like, do you have cameras in here? Oh, that set off an alarm immediately.
Mhm.
So I was smooth with it. I was like, yes, I do have cameras in here. As a matter of fact, no, not only do I have cameras, I said, I share my location with my brother, my sister-in-law, and a cousin of mine. I said, and Lyft tracks are, because if you take too long or if you're going a different route from where after a while, they start sending you message and they send the writer messages to ask if you're okay. If not, hit the button. And I said, you see this SOS button right here on my truck? He said, yeah. I said, I could push that too. I said, and the police will surround us in a minute. I said, and I have a weapon on me. I'm not going to tell you where it is, but I have one on me.
Well, you gave him a whole lot of information.
Wait. He was like, listen, he did just like this. He said, oh, okay. I was just asking because I've heard of people getting in the car and punching their Uber drivers. I said, first of all, I'm not an Uber driver. I'm a Lyft driver. I said, second of all, that would be dumb of you because I have your life in my hands as well as my own. You're right. And he was like, Siri, set timer for 15 minutes. I was like, that's what I thought.
Hey,
Well, also is probably it could have been for his safety as well. Like
the
All
bell.
I know is when I dropped him off, I got me a nice hefty $10 tip. when I went around.
The best part of that story for me is how you corrected him when he called you Uber and you told him, I'm with Lyft. And girl, I'm glad you set him straight.
Whatever.
I'm glad that
I
whole
did.
story.
I sure did. I was like, no, I don't.
The best part about it is how you set him straight, girl.
Whatever, Nate. Anyway, next.
Honestly, you have a lot of dangerous situations, and they're behind you. So even to me, even if I had a weapon in the car, you're behind me. I got a problem with that, and I'm going to share. I'll share this. Long time ago, before Uber and Lyft, it was the taxi cab drivers. There was a friend of mine. He ended up recently getting out of prison. So I've been out of school a whole lot of years, a few decades. And I remember in the summer, this guy actually offed a taxi cab driver. Now, mind you, I'm at YSU. I was shocked. They're trying to figure out who would do this, who did this. And I still wonder, I don't want to bring up the past, but I wonder, like, why would you do that to somebody that is helping you? This person is like assisting you. You didn't have nothing else to do, didn't do anything wrong. They just went, did their job, picked you up, and you go and you off them. I still can't understand that. It's just, I'll tell. I'm gonna tell the listening audience. Someone in the chat said, "I needed injectable seats for." Oh, I needed injectable seats, but they said the F word. You know, listen, you need to do that because we talked about the situation where the girl just decides she's gonna have her plate, she ain't had no foil on it, blaze up, smoke cigarettes. And I found out that they asked you, like Nick was saying on that show a few weeks ago, is it okay for me to smoke in your car? But I'm thinking, how long you plan on being here? Like, do you really need to smoke? Get your own car.
You wait.
But to help somebody, like to go to work, my job is to help someone, and I go to help you, and you do that. And let me say this, and back then, the answer wasn't mental health. Because here's the thing, now everything is mental health. If you don't do what the norm is, air quotes for the listening audience, something's got to be wrong with you mentally.
No, it's just pure evil sometimes.
And see, I'm with you, Nick. Like that is hard. I'm gonna reach out to him because, and I don't want to bring up, scrape old wounds and scars that they have, but I really want to see where he's at. And we were like really cool, but I'm that person. I can only speak on, don't put me on the jury. I can only speak on the connection that we have and how you present it to me. So you put me on the witness stand, I'm like, oh no, never. Like certain things I can know, just like even with your own children.
Right.
You tell me something about my child, I'll be like, no, that'll be that one, not that one.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then when you find out, you'll be like, wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like I can speak for both of y'all. Not that one, but that one, I know. You know what I mean? We don't know.
That one.
So when you get to know someone and you believe that they're that way, and to find out that they did this is something different. And I go back to Shimmy. Male, that's because you were green. No, that's because this person that you presented to me is who I know. Right. And I respect it. Stacy, I went up to Stacy Adams. That's her name. I'm going to just say this. Stacy Adams at church. And I told her, thank you. Let me tell you why. Because her and another person was getting ready to do something that I had no idea. They just needed a ride. I happened to ride by. Oh, Mel, boom. They hop in the car. And she said, I'm going. And she said, go over here. That was Stacy. Now, we had the common denominator right here, who I knew. Stacy was just in the car. And come to find out, shout out to her for real, big time. She said, go over here. And I went 2 streets down. She's like, we'll walk. Well, whatever. Later on, I was like, oh my gosh. I could have been implemented in something innocently. That's why I had to go to her. She didn't even remember it. I remember it. And I had so much respect for her. And the other person that who I knew was a sister of somebody, you know, like you didn't care. This
A lot of
person,
times
I
they
don't
don't.
know, she cared. She cared enough about me, like we in this, to go. Like, come on, let's a fight. Like, I don't know, I'm just cool. Hey, I just caught you a ride. Well, it's gonna look like I took y'all up there for the fight. Now I'm in the fight.
Right.
And that wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so I did. I thanked her. I walked up to her at church. When I said, I want to thank you, I said, you did something many, many moons ago, over 3 decades ago. I said, and I can appreciate that. And a lot of people don't know that, you know, where they are and what they've done to assist somebody. They just don't know. And they just thinking they're just being them. Here you go. Bam. So with that being said, you got to watch yourself and you got to protect yourself and protect the people around you. So young people, again, let your parents know your location. I mean, I ain't trying to be funny, but sex now is very different from sex then. And usually if you was hiding, if we had like a location, you was sneaking over a boy's house or something like that, you don't want your parents to know your location. And then what happens? Something crazy. And now we watching the movie, you on Lifetime. And we watching the Lifetime movie because you were sneaking doing something that you should not have been doing anyway. So to me, when you have that preparation to do wrong and spend that much time to prepare to do wrong, that's an issue. You shouldn't be doing it. That's just my thoughts. But
yeah, but as parents and as even grandparents, you know, you got to stay abrupt because the new moves, you got to know the new moves because you got to stay on top of it because they can do some stuff. I'm like,
now I understand.
A pootie move. Oh, I know what that is. I speak fluent. Delinquent.
Okay, but you know what? I'm gonna share this story. She's gonna be mad. I know she'll watch it. But a person that I know very, very well. This is good. This is good. Remember back in the day when we had a location, but remember you called a house? You know how you called a house, boom, boom. Well, said grandmother is upstairs, right? She decides she's going over her boyfriend's house. Said grandmother always was upstairs. So what she did was call from, remember when we had caller ID?
Right.
So she called the house from, never seen them, like, from the boyfriend's house. So the grandmother answers the phone. She said, I got it, grandma. She was like, oh, okay, and hung up the phone. Listen,
that was a pro move.
Oh,
that was
shoot.
A pro move.
So grandma thinks she downstairs.
Oh, that was a pro move. To this day, that's Hall of Fame right there.
Oh, wow.
That's better than what's that boy for the Giants? The catch, that one catch with the head. That was a great.
That
move.
was good.
I
was sneaky. I wish I would have thought of something like that.
That was nice.
That right there.
I remember that we used to be.
I have. Let me tell you, my mouth was open. My mother's mouth was open. Like all of our, I was like,
I wish.
What you like? That was cold.
That was cold. I remember when you were able to dial your own number and then make the other phones ring.
Yep.
Yes.
I tried that
too.
Yeah, but I mean, my dad didn't care. Hey, have your butt in school tomorrow? All right, man, I'll be there.
So there's a difference with boys and girls.
Oh, way different. Way different. I was the hunter. You were the hunter.
Right. But you know, now that I'm older, I understand now why my mother would always say, I know you're grown, but please let me know if you're going to come home late. Let me know where you are. Let me know you're okay. Because a lot of times I would come home, be 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. My mom would be in the bed and she would, as soon as I walk in the door, she would just start screaming like, Mom, would you call? But now I understand why. Especially with stuff going on now.
Rest.
Yes, they cannot. She said I can't. She still I can't rest well. I toss and turn. I'm up half the time. So yeah.
Curious minds would like to know, what are you doing out of 3 or 4 in the morning there?
None of your business.
Being stank.
Same thing you was doing out at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Stank for me.
Well, you know, back then, because we didn't have cell phones either,
Right.
my thing, I would call before I would leave, and I would say the route that I was going. If I'm not there at this time, come looking for me. And then at least you know if you're in distress, you'd be like, hold on, I know she coming. I know Superwoman coming. You know what I mean? And they know the route.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff, and I've always done it. Now, see, I'm with Bill. The after party at 3 or 4 in the morning. We was at Perkins. We always went to Perkins. Bam.
We went to Eden Park. We would
Oh.
always be at Eden Park afterwards,
Slow
especially
down,
when they had
Turbo.
the buffet, the
Slow
breakfast
down,
buffet
Turbo.
and stuff.
Because if the answer was Perkins or something like that, you would have said, "Oh, Perkins after party."
No, you
That's
was
what you
just
would've
being
said.
smart, so that's why I told you. You all in mine.
I'm
Being
gonna share
stank.
something else. I'm gonna share something else with this. And people in this area, you could Google it. I can't remember the young man's name, but there was a shooting and one person was unalived at YSU. My child asked me, could he go skating? Because he was with his older cousin. And I was like, oh yeah, go ahead. So I'm under the impression that they're skating. They're skating. So if anything go down, all I'm thinking about is skating rink. So if none's happening at the skating rink, I know mine is safe. Well, mine said, oh, we're not going to the skating rink. We're going to go to the YSU party off campus. Y'all remember this incident?
Yeah,
Okay.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And so my child called me and said, we're not going skating. We're going to the YSU party. And I was like, oh, okay. Now, the older cousin said, why'd you tell her? She just think we were skating. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful because when that happened, I was like, it was a shooting of YSU.
Right behind Ursula.
You exactly. No, not that one.
Oh.
This is my son. So this was after that.
Okay.
Young man's, I think his name was Jamal.
Mm-hmm.
It was after. The the one that behind Ursula, that was my God that was
it blow. Never would have thought.
Never would have thought, and even the person anyway from Florida. But with this particular guy, the guy's name was Jamal, who passed. But if my child, if I'm thinking he's at the skating ring, I'm cool. My child is down there. So now I need to make sure mine is okay. Thank God they had the cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then it was a little flip phone, and he was able to say he was okay. Well, let me come get you. But it was interesting that the older cousin that you put your child in the care of wanted you to lie. And he said, he was like, no, I can tell my mommy, which was cool. I'm up in choices. Remember when you and May was
I need a couple more ones. Yeah, Delilah's up here today.
Remember when you and May was running choices in the back?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that I'm up there with y'all. But I was able, I'm glad he felt comfortable enough to say, hey, I could talk to my mom. But you have a lot of people that be like, no. And you got to be a little more open. Got to be a little more open. Yeah, we had the Staples, Perkins going there as far as like after hours.
Yeah, we did Eden Park. Now they go to we did Eden Park. Yeah.
Oh, we didn't get one till later on, but
yeah, we did.
That's the fun times, and I think it's about knowing your child, and every child is different. So when they say that nothing's open after midnight, but you already know the body parts.
Well, I mean, if she was at any of the other, this is to you, Mel. If she was at any of those other spots, she would have told us. She wouldn't have said,
no, I wouldn't have.
Sometimes
I was doing things. Most of the time I was at Eden Park with my friends.
I was out there being stank. That's what you should have said, Nate. I was being stank.
Right. But you know, even if some of these young people aren't comfortable with talking to their parents, you got that aunt. Everybody got the cool aunt or the cool uncle. Hey, boom. When I go, I'll text. Somebody knows where I'm at. Somebody knows where I'm at all times. And it's like, okay, see with those people, boom, boom, boom. Now, there are those people who talk a lot and don't realize that they're giving the information. You got that? Somebody just talking and be like, oh, when the last time you talked to Mel? I talked to her. She went over to the church and she was
and then she said,
Not yet. She joined the NAACP. Who like and it's not that you're doing it deliberately, but they know who to talk
That's
to.
the old way. That's like the
Blue
old lady on
slick
the
stink chips.
Just
That's the
talking. Now you done told them everything I'm doing. So they look, now they know where I'm at 1:00 on Monday. I'm at the NAACP meeting. You know what I mean? That's how
hey.
you gain information, but not knowing that, oh, I just told
It's called not minding you. Now it's called minding your business. But back then, wasn't no business to be had. The old lady on the porch knew you. She whooped you, and she told everybody everything that they needed to know.
That was the social media.
That was the social media
back then.
That was it. It was a social media at its best.
Listen,
Because
people across town knew.
oh yeah, listen. How
I heard you got your butt whooped.
Know what I did and to be ready to whoop me when I get home. When I got there, how do you know this stuff? Because the grandmas and them had a line. I don't know what it was that they would have information.
By the time you got home.
By the time you got home, they didn't have no pager, they didn't have no cell phone, nothing. But they knew the whole story.
That's crazy.
It is, but that's how it was.
It was, and it got around, and they had a one-way phone. Like, how did you get through?
How do you function? How did you look back at some of the stuff we had and how we are like now? Because right now, where's my phone? We can't do nothing without that.
Right.
But we grew up. Listen, our timing growing up, we didn't have any of this stuff. Any of this stuff. How do we make it?
And we made it. And what's interesting is somebody knew somebody's grandmother. That's so-and-so's grandchild. But you know what? A lot of us, I'm going to go back to what somebody in the chat said, church gossip. Because a lot of us growing up in the church, the old ladies, they knew just whose child that was.
You know, she over there.
The men had to be reminded, that's so-and-so. Who? What? No.
That wasn't our thing, but y'all, the mothers of the church, that girl, your granddaughter over there being fast. She over there trying to mess with that Nate, that boy over there. I see her over there, and she'll say it loud and in church in front of everybody. Ooh, yeah, our social media, and we think we survived through this stuff. Our kids and grandkids couldn't survive through this. My 8-year-old needs a cell phone so I can get in touch with him. What?
Well, right.
Yeah,
now, I decided to do a field trip. I said, I'm going to take my grandson on the city bus.
Oh, that's a good one.
My daughter was like, he going to yell out, this is filthy, that's dirty, they a mess. I said, that's normal. That was me.
Uh-huh.
Like, who's that? You know what I mean? I think they need to know how to survive.
But
because honestly, because it's the Uber life now.
And here's the thing.
Nope, use city transportation. And then the city transportation, a lot of people didn't know that it was free.
Free. But here's the thing, Mel, and you probably can attest to this too. We didn't know how good we had it. We thought our way of life was just the way it is. And other kids had to get on the city bus and see these things. And when I did those things, it was like eye-opening, but it also let me know where I was. You know, I didn't look at it as blessings or anything like, because I was too young. Oh, that's a blessing that you can do this. I'm just like, wow, there's another world out there, and I have to learn to adapt in each and every
environment. Now, you know what? My daughter was talking about, that's a shame they got to catch the city bus to go to school and blah, blah, blah. Whoa, here's what was interesting. I said, that's not a shame. How are they going to get there? And it's going to take them 2 hours to get. I did that. Yeah. I did that. I was up at 5:45 to get to school at 8 o'clock across town. Get on the bus.
Uphill, both ways. We know. Yeah, me too.
It was, listen, the bus was the fun part. So we was wide awake. When we got there, you start off groggy, then you bam, everybody was up, caught the bus. It took you 2 hours to get to school, got back to school. After school was lovely. We did that. So I was like, it could be done. That's how I did it. She was like, what? I was like, we lived on the sharing line. Buses don't come. So they didn't come. You said I got on the bus and he took his break on Miltonia.
Uh-huh.
So as soon as I get on the bus, so you talking right across the street from the McGuffey Center for the people in the area. Yes, the racial balance transfer. I guess I was on the racial balance. Or they just was, I don't know why we end up Share line had to couldn't go to North down the
Right
street.
down the street. Right down the street.
I had to go to Volney. And matter of fact, I don't even think it was racial balance. It was just that was your district.
No,
What?
couldn't have been. You was right there.
I was right there. Couldn't. It was me, Tanya Perry, Tiffany Jackson. It was a whole bunch of Antonio Godfrey, Butler Johnson. All of us from there, from McGuffey Center, across the street from McGuffey Center, all the way down to Motonia. He sat there for 20 minutes so I could go to sleep for 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Because he was on break. So I had to get up 5:45 to go all the way there, downtown, get a transfer to catch the bus to go to Bonnie Rogers. And then we ended up getting a bus. And our bus driver's name was Carlos. Shout out to Carlos. Because we ain't had seatbelts. And baby, you better sit down because he was hitting them lefts. Crazy.
Break check. Here.
That's crazy.
Mel, what you just mentioned, can you imagine your grandson doing that?
Now, no.
I couldn't, but he probably would have a ball.
Exactly. But
he would have a ball sliding across the seat.
Guess what? Oh, I'll get up and take it. This, that, and that. Man, please.
That's what we do. So we're making them soft.
Huh?
We're making them soft.
Yeah, definitely. It builds character. My grandsons, both of them ride the city bus to school. They go up there to whatever the building is that was north. But yeah, they get up and get on the city bus. Hey, get there. You 10 years old, go and get there.
All right, let me go to the chat. Our parents, Bill Corbett said, our parents had to petition to have us go, and that was the term they have. But we had to use public transportation. Okay, yeah, okay. All the way over to Cheney. And see, by then I was on the west side. I went from Volney and we moved to the west side. I went from Hayes to Volney to the west side. Man, I'm telling you.
Look, my ex went to Bonnie Rogers and Cheney.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm like.
No, I went John White Northeast.
And, okay, so you say.
And my house was right into where I couldn't get busing for none of them.
I couldn't
like
either.
a tenth of a mile too close. So I had to walk.
That's the issue? Honestly, do you think that that's the issue with the weight with these children? They don't have to walk anywhere?
Oh, yeah. And they don't go. The last time I seen a street football game, it's been over 25 years. A street football game. And I might have played in it. You know, that Turkey Day thing that we old adults try to do before Thanksgiving. But they're not active. Their thumbs are the strongest thing on them. That's why I can't beat them in none of the games. My fans don't move fast enough. But their lifestyle is so laid back and lazy. Tell them to go outside. Why? What I do?
That's why I think family get-togethers and reunions are so important because it brings back those games.
It tries to, but these kids it's foreign to them. It's sad that it's foreign to them. I take my kids, my daughter takes them out every summer. They go like Myrtle Beach or Florida or Disney World or something like that. So I took them, all of them, down to Mississippi, back to the family land, 2 or 3 years ago. And I'm like, oh man, the Wi-Fi, we gonna be out in the country and nothing like that. Them little people. My granddaughter's 10. She's driving a car up and down the street. They got go-karts, four-wheelers. Every year they like, we going to Mississippi. So you don't want to go to Disney World? No, we want to go to Mississippi.
Yeah, and that's good.
It warms my heart that my grandkids want to go down there because it's just family and you know they get to drive cars. You know, not my youngest grandson, but I call him Swagoo because this dude is just like me. Ugh. But he got down there. He was like, boom. I said, we got to be here Monday because the family, you can see everybody's house. It's a ways, but we didn't even see this cat. He went and found 5 other cousins and they stayed together and played ball. I mean, it did my heart good and we need that. So every year, you know, I'm taking my cousin Derek Lewis, you know, his grandson, I'm taking him down this year because they have to just feel that. It ain't about seeing, it's just feel that family environment. It's amazing.
It really is. It's needed.
We need it.
And it shouldn't be an option to go. Now you have options like, oh, I'm not going. Oh, they're not going. And you leave them at the house. Oh, no.
Right.
That's mandatory.
Oh, I got a somebody was like, yeah, if you want a video into the family reunion, it's $85. I said,
who want to do that?
What?
I want to be there. If I can't be there, I just can't be there.
I don't know. That just came up the other day across my desk, and I was like,
video in. I don't want to watch you guys have a good time.
Right.
I need people to physically get up off the spade table.
I need your great grandma to stanky breath and no teeth to kiss you, to gum you. That good for you, baby.
Not your grandma breath stinking.
Hey,
you wrong.
Who amongst us have it? Who amongst us have it? You know, grandma, you can't say nothing. You just and then you got something in your eye. And you like,
oh. Or that, like that. Yeah. It is.
Who amongst us?
How you do that?
Ask the chat. Who hasn't got this from grandma? Come here, baby.
Yeah, come here, baby. And right across your face.
Get that off your face.
Go prep at all times.
You can't say that. You can't, Mel. What next? We gonna be doing it next.
Look, you can run. That was the answer.
Well,
run
Mel,
off.
When your grandson runs from you, don't put him on punishment. Because you're gonna be doing that in the next couple of years. Come here, baby. You got a little something, right? You're gonna be doing it. And I hope this moment catch you. You're gonna be like, ah.
That was the worst. I used to hate that. Like, why do you got to put your spit on me?
Hey.
I ain't doing that one.
All of us had it. All of us had it. We had to go. Come here, baby.
That's nasty. Where the Virgos at? Them Virgos ain't doing that. They say we think we the boss of everybody.
Okay.
I'm not interested. I'm running. I'm taking off, and I'm out.
That was the worst.
So your grandma never did you like that, Mel?
No. The worst that I got when you was my punishment was having to be however long I had to stay in the house. It wasn't a timeout. I had to change the channel. I was the remote control. Oh, yeah. And I had to watch Mama's Family and The Young and the Restless.
Yeah, that's why I named my son Victor, The Young and the Restless. That's all I remember. He owned everything.
Nothing is worse. I got you beat, Mel. Me and my brother will be outside halfway up the street playing, and my dad will call us, scream our name. We run down the hill, come in the house. You hear, Dad? Change the channel. And I would look at him like, Dad, all you do is get up and go, N-word, I said, change the channel. Like, get better. Can you get me a cold glass of water?
My brother used to do that. Click the box over. Click
right. My brother used to do that. Daddy, you want some ice? Yeah, I want some ice. He would go and purposely drop one of the ice cubes on the floor and then pick it up.
See?
Because why are you disturbing us? We way up the street.
I pay for your living, your eating. It built character. My kids, when they could tell their own color, when they were 4 or 5, they were no longer my kids. They were universal remotes. And I refused to get out of my seat when I come home from work. That's earned.
I can understand being in the house and doing it.
No.
But, dude, I'm halfway up the street. Why are you calling me?
Don't matter what don't matter what I need. If I call you, you better show up.
Now I just got caught
over right now. I can call my son. He'd be like, Dad, huh? To this day, huh? You good, Dad? To this day, because he know from hey, come on down here. Turn that channel.
Listen.
It builds character. That's a rite of passage. I went through that. My dad was summa cum laude and lady because he would be laying back on his elbows and it was in reaching distance, but he didn't want to come up off his elbows because he was comfortable. So he would call me down to change the channel to go get make me a sandwich. This, that, another. Oh, what? Yeah, man. Like, listen, if I didn't have a job, I had a job. My dad wasn't going to just let me sit around and enjoy life. No, that ain't for kids. You earn it now so you can enjoy it later. But yeah, that's a rite of passage. I'm totally with that. My grandkids come over. I will sit down immediately and be like my granddaughter, she's a great cook. And she can thank me for it. You know I don't like that type of stuff in my tuna fish, but make it again. Make this. She'd make a sandwich and then put a deli shame. Her sandwiches look good.
But she learned that from you.
Yeah, well, her mom and stuff. But I keep her in practice. I keep her in practice. It's going in the long run. It's just like this: wax on. You don't know why you waxing this car and taking it off until later in life. You be like, wax on, wax off, and now you kicking everybody's behind. So yeah.
Okay, let's talk about this debate. I'm going to play it, and the way that I have to play it is for educational purposes. All right. This is a young lady speaking about being wife material. Since you talk about how you are prepping your granddaughter, wife material. This is what this young lady says. I don't agree with it, and everybody has an opinion. That's the goal. Just want to say that right then. But this young lady, this is what she said, and we have to understand that everybody is brought up differently. All right. Exhibit A, and the only exhibit. Here we go, and then we'll get deeper in it. Let's see. Wait a minute. How come I can't hear? Oh, wait a minute. I apologize. See, I need somebody else over here to get this right.
Can you present it and put it up on the screen?
I don't know how to do all that.
Everybody has a past. Okay. No matter where you are, no perfect people in this world. Everybody has a history. Everybody has a past. And no matter where you meet people, there's something right now that they're working through, period. So when I get them, I don't just get the flowers and how they treat me and I feel good and he makes me, you get all the good stuff, but then I get his scars too. And if I say this is the man.
Okay. So for educational purposes, I need you guys to key in. I get the scars too. I don't want, she says she gets the flowers and everything else, but I get the scars too, which is usually factual.
I'm going to love, I have to protect his scars.
She has to protect his scars. Pin that. Can somebody put that in the comment for me? I have to protect his scars.
You have to cover him, right? And that means I don't get to come into a room and talk about his trauma without his consent. Does that make sense? Yeah. That's not said enough. That covering my partner is not just about not cheating. It's not just about not disrespecting them, but how do I cover them when they're weak? Those are his weak spots. Right? So if you want to be better to learn how to manage his weak spots, cool, we can do that all day. But be careful about how you put him out in the world. Does that make sense? There are no perfect people.
Okay. So now that we've heard that, let me know if y'all need me to play it back. Educational purposes only. The young lady says that's under wife material.
It is.
Okay?
I agree.
You agree with her?
Yes.
Okay. You agree with her, Nate, as a male, and Nick agrees with her as a female. Protecting his scars.
Right.
Okay. And covering him is what she said. And nobody's perfect. I agree with that. So just as he's love bombing her, she has to cover him and protect his scars that he came in with. That's what she said in a nutshell. I say love bombing, giving him flowers, all that love. You're excited about that.
Okay.
Go ahead, Nick. What do you have? What you got?
I agree with that because this is the thing. When we are looking for a husband, we are looking for that provider and that protector. So while we are being protected, we also need to protect them, hold them up, because that, with them seeing that and feeling that and knowing that their wife has their back, most of these men are going to go hard in the paint to protect their family, going to protect their wife. So yes, we do have to be their protector as well as them being ours.
It was protect their scars, not be their protector.
That as well.
Same thing.
And she said, be their covering.
Yes, we have to be, because if we're not their covering, then how are they protecting us?
Ooh, shit! Who's the girl in the braces?
What's let me see what number would 11:30. Let me put that.
Oh yeah, you cuss, Nate.
What did I say?
S-
The girl in the bracelet.
The worst word, the fine word.
the
$500
SHI.
fine word.
Yeah. But I mean, that goes hand in hand. You have to be your man's protector in order for your man to be yours. You have to have his back and be his covering so that he can protect you.
Protecting his scars.
Yes. Yes.
Protection is protection.
Yes.
No, it really isn't.
Yes. Yes, it is.
No, it's
I
not.
gotta accept you, your kids, and all this other stuff, but you
That's
can't protect
it.
my scar.
You just said it. You just said it.
I have
You
to.
have to accept.
Right.
You don't.
Okay, Mel.
You don't. And okay, I gave you yours. Now you got to give me mine. We're not going to just shun off and let this be a one-way thing. I'm not mad at you. To each his own, and everybody's different. She started it that way. Mm-hmm. Everybody has a past. Everybody is different. My thing with that is a woman being a man's covering. Pin that. That's bullet point that. Protecting his scars. So everybody has a past. Everybody has a history. He's coming in and everybody has scars. That's what she said. How? Let me say that. I'm not even going to say how. I can see how these men are built now is because of what she said. So we're doing the man's part. Now, we're doing the man's part because if I have to protect his scars, you know what that tells me? Which it happens. You're walking on eggshells. So we're coming into this relationship based off of what she said on eggshells. How do we know what his scars are? We don't know until we meet it. Bam, we see it. So everything is good, and then we see that there's an issue. So now that there's an issue, I have to protect his scars. Well, this is what I want to talk about right now, but this is his Achilles heel, or this is where he had an issue from some past trauma that he came in that I can't be myself because I have to protect him. Now, with that being said, I feel like if you're coming in with these scars, they're not open wounds, but with these scars, you're coming in with these and you don't present them at the onset. And now we're in it and we're deep in it. And this is something that I need to discuss or talk about that I, probably had a conversation with. Oh, this is a bad part for him. Boom. I can't mention it. Now, as far as like I think some people looked at it as, because I had this conversation, as a weakness, not telling the public their weakness. So when we were having this conversation, I said, telling them their scars or what bothers them to the public, that's a no-no because that's inside of what's happening. But when you have men who present one way and then, oh, this is a problem for me, comes, it's like, oh, well, I didn't know that was a problem for you because it's not a problem for me. And we could have eliminated all of this when Nate said, I got to take this. No, you don't. We all have choices. And as far as a woman being a man's covering, that's not biblical.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a man being her covering. So that's why I said, now I see with that statement there and saying this is a wife. And if people are listening to her, she is the dominant. She's the one that's making sure, okay, I'm covering you. Everything that she said, I'm covering you. This is what I got, my interpretation. I'm covering you. At least you have his back. I get that part of it. But the man is to cover. It sounds like she's going to be the mat. That's what I hear. She's the mat, and I have to cater to him and make sure everything is okay for him. And nobody's looking to say, hey, what's going on with her? Oh, I can't go to work because of this scar that I had when I was at the job. This happened, or they always do this. Okay, I totally understand that, honey. Don't worry about working. I got you. When is it going to be the man up? And that's why I said I see what's creating that. So you have a lot of women that will protect. And I'm not mad at protecting your man. I'm not. But babying him, that's what I see. Babying him is an issue. My thing is correct your scars. If you know you have these, seek counseling, get all that before you try to come into a relationship. Same thing with a female. If you know this is a problem and it has been a problem, don't come to me. It is totally unfair to give me your problems. Fix that before getting into a relationship so that both of you guys can be productive. But both of you need to be able to say and do what it is that you want to do and have that conversation without one of the people walking on eggshells because this is a problem for you. Well, when I grew up, this and that, you have a lot of women out here. You have men. There's some men that lie. I got a few cousins and they get to do what they want to do. And that woman will sit there and she'll be like, oh, okay, I know his upbringing. Interesting that I saw your upbringing. I see it's 3 of y'all in there. All y'all had the same upbringing, but yours was worse. Oh, okay, yours was worse. And that female is coddling him and understanding why he step out. If he don't step out, why he treats her that way. Okay, that's based off of your upbringing. So I understand you get to treat me bad because of your upbringing. And this is these old scars or old wounds. No, correct that, get help, and then decide, okay, I'll get into a relationship. We need people to know that they're ready to get in a relationship instead of just jumping in it. That's all I have to say. Let me go to the chat, and then Nate, I'm gonna let you go ahead and have the floor and defend yourself. Okay, there we have. Once you uncover the scars, it is important to not reopen them. We don't need a woman to protect us physically or let me see. Put my glasses on, right? Or where we are solid. It is important to do your job to protect us in a different manner where we have been wounded. Okay. And then we also vice versa. It is our job to protect the woman's scars also. Okay. Go ahead, Nate. Have your way.
I actually pray that no one hears that the way you did. Your protection is different. What we always yell about is peace. And if I talk to you and share my emotions with you, I'm sharing my scars with you. Me coming pre-made and done is why a lot of women are losing, because we're at a later age and we didn't build it together from scratch. So you expecting me to come already pre-done to your specific needs and stuff like that. It never happens. You're always going to have to use this word, settle in some manner. A woman will tell me what a man has to do, what he has to be in this, that, and other. And then right after that, you'll tell me what you're not going to do and what you're not going to accept. And I'm supposed to feel like I want to give my life for this woman. I want to protect her.
You're not addressing the question. You're talking something totally different.
What question are you talking about?
The same. I'm talking about scars.
The scars. Man, you won't know my scars if I don't open up to you. You will never know them. And so you have to be special to me for me to give you my scars. You don't know the traumas I have.
I don't know them.
And you won't unless you're special to me.
Good. But like I was saying, heal. I'm saying heal before you go and jump into a relationship.
Gotcha.
Heal.
Gotcha.
But you're talking about all this extra stuff as far as how we want our peace. Here's the thing: you want your peace, but when you have a scar, I got to say, oh, if this is his issue, let's say something like eating string beans or eggs,
right,
eating string beans, and that's a scar for you,
right.
But I eat string beans, so now I got to stop eating string beans.
No, just don't put them on my plate.
You
just don't put them on my plate. That's all. But guess what, Mel? You wouldn't know about my string bean allergy unless
allergy is very different.
Well, you wouldn't know about my string bean, whatever it is, unless I've opened up to you and you're close to me. You know why Nick don't know about my string bean? Because I don't care about Nick like that. No, my inner feelings and this feelings things you want from us. That's us sharing.
Okay. And pin that right where you at, because that's a good one. I wouldn't know. I got it. Special, not special. That's what you're showing. You said peace, and we use the example something minor, string beans, and not an allergy, string bean trauma. So you have string bean trauma, you don't eat it. Now you said just don't put it on my plate, but that's not the issue when you're dealing with scars. The issue is seeing them, just looking at string beans. So I can't, but I get to choose. I can't eat string beans that I really love because he has this trauma. But by me being able to choose and say, do I want to deal with this or not? Well, I really love string beans. He got a string bean problem. I'm going to eat my string beans. Unless, or he needs to heal from that string bean trauma.
Or
then come in.
Or if you love this person and you're willing to, for better or worse, you got to say, well, hey, I'll just eat my string beans over here. Honey, I know how you feel about this. I'm going to take mine and eat them over here.
Okay, so you're changing the narrative. Yes, you are, because you said for better or for worse. That's marriage. My thing is, did you hear what I said at the very beginning? If I know this at the beginning, guess what? Okay, well, is this going to work? But when you sit there and you do the flowers like she said, what she said, she said this.
Right, gotcha.
The flowers, the love bombing, here you go, and accept their scars.
Yes.
If you don't,
I have to accept you.
If you don't, then fine. And I'm looking in the chat. Never gonna throw your scars back at me to hurt. Never gonna do that.
But
I don't even know those scars. Can I deal with this? Yes or no? You know off top. Well, I ain't got to deal with it.
Mel, you're not gonna find a complete made person. You would have found him by now.
I did.
Perfect and everything like that.
I told you. I did. But it's perfect for you. What works for you?
Exactly. But you have to have compassion.
Choice.
You have to have compassion.
But you'll say, good luck with that. Oh, you can't. No. There is no good luck because people have found that. People are finding the people that works for them and not just accepting.
Well, good luck.
Just let me say, oh yeah. Yeah. I need your luck because I have it. But what I'm saying is there's different people, they fit in the peg equally. Yeah, you have to find that person and not just accept anyone. Otherwise, if you just accept anyone, you'll see that you'll be getting divorce after divorce after divorce.
Mm-hmm. And I know about that. So I definitely.
My point. I don't.
Well, here's my thing. If you're gonna sit here and wait for this person and expect him to share his feelings and his emotions and open up to you, you'll know his scars. You're not gonna know my scars if you're not that person. So those scars that I tell you is because I care about you. And you know that because you're special to me. Guess what? Bill and Cornell, they don't know about my scars. They don't know nothing about my scars. But guess who do, Mel? You do, because you're special to me. And I expect you to protect that stuff. You ain't got to tell them about my string bean thing. I'm embarrassed about that. So don't tell them about my string bean thing. You are special. That's why you know about my scars.
Got it. But nobody's going to go, hopefully, but nobody's going to go and say, hey, girl, you know, he had this and I know. That's not it. So it's a trust issue. I got that, but I know what I can deal with. And when you started off with peace, that means that somebody's, and we're just using, for the people that just tuned in, we're using string beans as just a minor example. But if you know you can't deal with that, then you could be like, okay, well, I can see where we could be friends. That's not throwing it up in your face. I would never do that.
Right.
That's just me personally. But I know what I can deal with and what I can't deal with.
So do you start any type of dating relationship off as an interview? Because growing and learning each other.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, like you said, you were right. It works for you. But boy, whoa, I would have never looked at it from the angle that you brought it up.
Well, different views.
And guess who I agree with today? The lady with the braces.
Oh no, I'm not mad at her. You can agree with what you want. We're not going to always agree.
I know, but it's scary that. Wow, it's scary to me.
You said,
just admit you love me and leave it at that.
Here's the thing. The thing is this: you asked when you are dating someone, do you conduct it as an interview? The goal with dating is collecting data to know what you're walking into.
But okay.
Can't. And the actual definition of data is facts, statistics, collected for reference or analysis. So, with that being said, to see if there's going to be a second date.
Well, I'm not going to tell you all my scars on day one. Hi, I'm Nate. I don't like string beans. They get on my nerves and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. You will learn that after. I'm like, yo, babe, after a couple times, I'll say a couple things and we'll do a couple things. And then it'll come out. And later, yeah, my mom used to burn them and make me eat them. And she didn't put no salt on them. I really hate string beans. That comes out later because I am into you and we have accomplished, we've gotten someplace. I'm not going to just share my scars with anyone. Do you understand why women say men don't communicate? They don't share their feelings and stuff like that. Because of this. Because of scars. Those are the scars that we don't share. So if you know my scars.
You're right there. Don't leave that because I want you to stay right there. Why don't we why do we say that men don't communicate and blah, 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 blah? No, that's what you were saying because you don't want to share that, all that good stuff.
Right.
It goes right back to just what you said. It goes right back to the fact of walking on eggshells to keep your peace. That's why y'all don't communicate. So we're supposed to put up and shut up. And as it comes, be surprised. That's an issue for me.
Okay.
And again, that's my opinion. And that's why we would have never dated, right, even if he wasn't my cousin.
Right. Definitely. And I get that because I have to learn you just like you learn me. You know the Hucklebuck Deluxe? That worked with the girl with the braces. That didn't work with you because I have to learn you. No. You like the cradle with the one leg. So that's your thing. And how do I know these things? Because I'm special. And I learn those things by being with you. Your scar is, oh, no, I had a skate and I fell on my skate and my third vertebrae broke. And I'm I can't be back there like I want to be. I have to use polite poundage. All of that stuff comes after we get to know each other. It's not like, hey, you know what? My name's Mel. I fell when I was 7 at the skating rink and my third vertebrae is off. And, I really hate this position. You don't share that. You get the scars when you're in. Scars don't come up front. I don't leave with my scars. So with that, if I'm in, the covering comes in. I trust you enough to share with you. This is what your covering comes in. I trust you enough to share with you. Yeah, my third middle toe is taken off at the tip. I got bad crust around my whatever. You learn that when I feel I can trust you, and that's where your protection comes in. Your protection ain't paying my bills. Your protection ain't the same as my protection. My protection looks different for you than yours looks for me. So when I have scars, you find those out after we're doing something. I'm in there already.
Okay. So you're speaking of physical scars.
No. I'm talking about what we're talking about my
green beans. That's still physical is one of them too. Okay, physical, green beans. What about mental?
Right. Those two.
See that right there.
I'm not gonna lead with a scar. Hey Mel, I really like you. You fine, girl. I want to be with you. But I can't watch this movie. What's the movie I can't watch? Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins. I can't even watch it. I'm not gonna leave. That's not my rap. My rap is, let me get you a drink, girl. Let me say, yeah, you like this cologne I'm wearing. My high karate and brute mix is slamming, ain't it? Jokey, this, that, and other. I'm not going to lead off with, I can't stand string beans and you can never have them in my house. Who does that?
A lot of people.
Yeah. Last couple guys I talked to, that was one of the things, like, because we were getting to know each other, sharing things like that. So,
sharing and caring. And he trusts you enough.
No, don't cut her off. Let her finish. Because she's saying from her. Go ahead, finish.
Yeah, I mean, so I knew whatever trauma they had or what they went through with other people. And just like, the person I'm talking to now, the last person I was talking to, I knew all of that in the beginning. So, yeah, I mean...
So if you knew it in the beginning, why aren't y'all together? Because you accepted it. If you knew it all in the beginning, there should be nothing new.
Because he switched up. He switched up. He Let me say that again. And he does listen, and I hope he is. He switched up. I didn't.
Of course.
Now you can respond because you can't. Two people can't talk.
Right,
She
no,
said her opinion and her view. Now say yours.
I'm sorry, fellas in the audience and stuff. I can't. I gotta tap out.
No, seriously.
Okay, so he's tapping out. No. I like that he's tapping out. Now, when I speak of the covering, I'm thinking of covering, like a spiritual covering. And all that is all, to me, that's not a spiritual covering. You could cover, he needs to be covering me. He needs to be the head of my house. That's what I look at. Strict requirement for a woman to be under a man's direct authority in all ministry aspects. That's what I say. I'm like, she be is covering. Hold on. So I'm thinking spiritual. But here again, it's all perception and how we perceive things. Now, what Nick was saying is just what I was saying from a female's perspective, where it's like, I need to know, what are your scars? Can I handle this? Can I deal with it? And most times it's the physical is not where we're going. We're looking at the mental. And it is a lot of people that are screwed up, and you're supposed to treat me bad, or I'm supposed to put up and shut up, like I said, because we don't want to interrupt your piece. And you dealt with A, B, C, and D, but I had my own piece when I was by myself. So I'm cool. I get to make a decision and say no. But when you don't and you love bomb, and then you throw all your problems at us and say, hey, can you deal with this? That's where there's an issue. Do I accept your scars? I can't accept that because I can't help you. You need somebody that is professionally skilled in that field to help you. My thing is, stop jumping into relationships when you aren't mentally ready, instead of going from this one to this one to this one. Okay, what works? You and the book of Nate. If I want to work at Nate and Nate Associates, don't understand where we coming from. That's different because you said it. This is Nate and Associates. And if you don't like my plan, how often have we heard that? All the listeners, I know y'all did. If you don't like what's going on at Nate and Associates,
you know why?
Hang on, baby.
You know why? Can I explain why? Because
yeah,
I'm held responsible for the relationship. It's me. I make a world for you. You don't make a world for me. You have to step into my world. You're expecting me to be your everything. And you're telling me what you're not going to do.
Okay. Now listen to, here's the thing. You're not on what we're talking about. You went over because why? Because you are a covering.
You just told me Nate and Associates. So that's the reason for
the whole point that I used. The thing is, you are a man that covers your wife. We're talking about, I'm talking about this situation, which she was saying, where she's covering the husband. I told you that part. And I'm looking at it from a spiritual standpoint. And she's where it's more so that women are taking care of the man and putting our needs and what we want to the side.
Well, taking care, the word taking care is totally different from the word covering.
It is, and that's my point. And
where did you get taken care of?
Let me play this again.
Where are you getting taken care of from?
I just said that because that's it. Because we can't cover you. That's not the natural order. You guys are to cover us. No, okay, I'm glad for this question here. Thank you. Does ready for a relationship mean no scars? No, it does not. It doesn't mean no scars, but if the scars are deep and are going to affect the other partner and them being authentically who they are, that particular scar needs treatment. So you have where, and y'all know the scars I'm speaking of, like scars. Mine is mental illness. That's mine. Physical scars, I'm not tripping on that, me personally. But if you have some mental issues that had happened or occurred since you were a child, or your self-esteem is so low, I cannot. because I know what I'm capable of. And I know when I say I know what I'm capable of, it is, I got things wrong with me, just like she was explaining. Both of us have that. But you know what's going to take you out, i.e., a situation where I know where I'm at, I know what I'm dealing with, and then this comes with you. Well, guess what? We need to part because I know that I'm not capable of doing that too. And I've done that. I've done that. Go ahead, Nick. What you got?
This is the issue I have. You're sharing scars. If you know what my scars are and you say, I'm not here to put you through what so and so put you through, then you turn around and do the exact same thing and then expect me to just be like, and not snap. Yeah. So if that's what you want to label me as mean, then I'll be that, because you turned around and broke the promise to me that you made and did the very thing that you said you wouldn't do, that you knew that was my scar, and you did it anyway.
How did this turn around to being a woman thing? The woman was talking about covering a man's scar. Now
we're just talking in general now.
About being a wife. You missed the whole
I missed it.
Speech, her whole thing.
I heard it, but it had nothing to do with the topic. It was about, because a man's covering is already, that's,
He has a history,
broken
has a past, and no matter where you meet people, there's something right now that they're working through. Period. So when I meet them, I don't just get the flowers and how they treat me, and I feel good, and he makes me. You get all the good stuff, but then I get his scars too. And if I say this is the man I'm gonna love, I have to protect his scars. You have to cover him, right? And that means I don't get to come into a room and talk about his trauma without his consent. Does that make sense? Yeah. It's not said enough that covering my partner is not just about not cheating. It's not just about not disrespecting them, but how do I cover them when they're weak? Those are his weak spots. Right? So if you want to be better to learn how to manage his weak spots, cool, we can do that all day. But be careful about how you put him out in the world. Does that make sense? People should watch the Madison for some
Get out of here. Trying to get that to stop because that should have stopped. Okay. So it's all of it. It's not just that one. Now I'm going to give you the limitations on concept. While some interpret spiritual covering as a strict requirement for a woman to be under a man's direct authority in all ministry aspects. That's me. Where others emphasize that this covering is more about love, respect, and mutual accountability than absolute domination. Did you hear what I said? While some interpret, that would be me, interpret spiritual covering, interpret it as spiritual covering as a strict requirement for a woman to be under a man's direct authority in all ministry aspects. That's where I'm coming from. While others, so you will be others, emphasize that this covering is more about love, respect, and mutual accountability than absolute domination. So I'm in absolute domination. That's my thoughts. And yours is about love, respect, and mutual accountability. And again, that's why we have the conversation. And it's perception. Here's a question from the chat. What if my scar is that I'm overprotective about the children because of abuse seen or experience? Here we go. That's in how you rear your children. And I think that that's really important to have that conversation. This brings it back to where Nate was talking about. Nate was saying that we're past that. We didn't build together, so we're up in age. You were saying like when you build together and you're young, this conversation will be very, very different.
Right. But I think he's talking about the difference in rearing. So him and his wife have to always be, I'm thinking this is the wife or the baby mama, because me and Mel fought over our kids. But you have to you have to. It's almost a teamship, a kinship. You and the baby mama or the wife or whatever have to build for your kids. It's y'all against them. And if you've experienced and seen some stuff, always prepare. You always prepare a war in a time of peace, and always show the children how to do things in certain situations. But I'd have to hear more about that to hone in on the Nate view.
Well, you know what? That's a good one, and we're going to talk about that next week. But here's the thing: he's, and it goes back to my thoughts of covering, which is him. He's saying, if they think differently because of abuse that he's seen and experienced. To me, you're the dad. It's you. It is you. Now, and obviously you're in a relationship. If somebody is not protecting their children at all costs, and I got my own thoughts on that because I don't know how men are okay with not seeing their children. That tells me that they got some type of self-esteem issue. I said that I was like, because this is part of you. How do you not love you? But my thing, you have to protect your children. That's just me. We're going to talk about it and get a little deep. So thank you, Mr. Corbett, for that. We're going to talk about that next week with children. But like Nate said, Nate can speak to that, being a father and having his children, which I really love and respect, because if I'm raising mine one way and I don't think that the punishment is not that punishable, and the dad feels like it's punishable. So you got two people that, like Mr. Corbett was saying, maybe he has scars. I don't. And I think, oh, go ahead and do your thing. And he's like, whoa, hold on.
Slow down, Turbo.
Information, because a lot of people are just laying down for recreation and not procreation. So with that being said,
I'm in the recreational stage of life.
That part down. So with that being said, you have to look at it and say, how are we parenting? But when he's your covering, it's whatever he says go. I'm like, I'm here. What did he say? How many of us have been in that place that you ask dad something and he'd be like, no, then you go ask mom, and mom says, what did your dad say?
Yeah,
all right, lovely people, listen, we done did that real quick, and it came and went. Today's footnote. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone has other things. They all are very important to discreet the waste. All right? I gotta be careful with the word. You already know. Opinions are like what? Don't say it.
Yeah.
I got happy for a minute because I was about to yell it from the top of my lungs.
We have to release it, right? Everyone has to release it.
Everyone has one.
Well, I said that. Yeah, everyone has one. Everyone has to release, whether you believe it or not. There you go. So again, opinions are like we already know. Everyone has to release it. Give your view. This is the show. It's okay to be you. Find you, embrace you. Most importantly, always, always love you. Until next week, people, you know what it is. 1, 2, 3.
Shut up.
Braces. The girl in the braces is all right. Just don't have that girl Nikki come back. I can't stand her.
Right here. Right here.
Can't stand her.
Right in the middle of your forehead.